Live from the KDAL studios at Lake and Superior Street in downtown Duluth, it's Stars Over the Prairie with 8-time Minnesota Music Award winner Paul Metsa. Featuring cool people from all walks of life in all 50 states. Check out previous show podcasts at northlandnewsradio.com. Call or text Paul at 218-722-0839 or email paul@paulmetsa.com. Now, the other great folk singer from Minnesota's Mesabi Iron Range. Here's Paul Metsa.
And I wish I could see stars over the prairie, stars over the prairie tonight.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful day in Tilt Town, Duluth, Minnesota, the zenith city by the unsalted sea. I've got my part-time engineer here with me, Tyler. Always good to see you. It's Chris Allen, the regular engineer, is out there. I think he's rocking and rolling somewhere in Lincoln Park tonight. And so we're happy to have Tyler with us, and we've got a great show today. I just happened to snag a great duo called the Silver Lining Serenaders, who are traveling through town, and one of them is a Duluth native. They play a great swing, jazz, and more. They sing and play. They'll be playing a couple of songs live today. And then we've got the two founders, Mike and Robert Lillegard from Duluth's Best Bread. They're going to tell us how they got into the bread business and more. Boy, it's got to be close to 80 degrees. The sun is out. It's a dog park day for this man. I'm taking Mabel and Blue up probably about 3 o'clock over there, the Keen Dog Park in West Duluth, to watch them frolic with the canines. I'm playing tonight at 6 to 8 at Carmony's Irish Pub. I'm there every Saturday night, 308 East Superior Street. And tomorrow I'm driving up to Grand Rapids to play. They're having a great concert celebrating America and patriotism with my friends in the Indivisible organization. The show starts at noon, goes to 8 o'clock. I'm on at about 5:40. We get a little historical note here that includes Duluth. And on June 26, 1959, President Eisenhower and Queen Elizabeth II dedicated the St. Lawrence Seaway in a ceremony at Montreal, opening the Great Lakes to large transatlantic vessels for the first time, making Duluth, Minnesota, to become the farthest inland seaport in the world. Also, Mel Brooks turned 100 years old yesterday, so happy birthday to Mr. Brooks. We're going to hear from a great concert promoter up in Silver Bay, a man by the name of Nelson French, who I've known for years. He's a Hibbing native. He worked for years with the Nature Conservancy and got into putting shows when he moved up to the North Shore. And they've got a great music series now for the last several years in Silver Bay, and he's going to tell us all about it. Nelson, how are you this morning?
Hey, Paul, I'm doing really well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Did you get your sauna in today? Your sauna and your cold plunge?
No, we'll do the sauna tonight.
Okay.
We'll do that tonight. And we do the cold plunge, too, which is great. Great for the joints, as they say.
Yes. Well, back in the day, I used to do my joints before I went in the sauna and the cold plunge, but that's a story for another time. Nelson, you've got a great music series, outdoors and indoors, this year in Silver Bay. Tell us what is coming up. You've got some great bands. A lot of them are good friends of mine.
Yeah, this is a great season. So we're entering our 6th concert season up here. And in the first 5 years, we've attracted over 16,000 people, almost 17,000 people to our little town of 1,800 to come hear live music. So it's a really exciting activity that we've got going on. And I'd like to think that Silver Bay is becoming a music destination on the North Shore of Lake Superior. With that having been said, this year we've got a great 6-show lineup. And for folks who aren't aware, we do a Friday night concert, a free concert in the park in downtown Silver Bay with an outdoor stage and a great view towards Lake Superior. And then the bands stay with us at our homes, and they put on a benefit house concert on Saturday night for which we sell tickets. But the key thing is we're kicking off this year with the Belfast Cowboys. And that show is coming up on July 17th and 18th. And we're really excited to have, is it Terry Walsh, I think, right? And the Belfast Cowboys coming.
Terry's great.
It's going to be a great show. And I'm hoping, I think, Paul, you're going to try to get a lot of these folks in for interviews the Saturday before they come up to Silver Bay, which would be great. But with that being said, we follow the following Friday and Saturday night combination with the band Lolo's Ghosts, which is James Loney and his crew of 8 or 9 other people that put on an amazing show.
You know what, Nelson, I got to jump in here. Because James Loney, and he will tell it to you if you ask him, he was kind of out of circulation for a few years in the late 90s, going into the early aughts. And I knew him through my buddy Billy Alcorn. We used to call him the Velvet Troubadour. He's got a great voice. I coaxed him coming out to one of my open stages at Nye's Polonais Room, where I held forth for about 3.5 years. And and he came out of retirement and has just had a great renaissance and put together the band Lolo's Ghost. So I really want to get James in the studio for sure. So who else do you got coming up?
Okay, so that's the 24th and 25th of July. Then we've got an exciting old friend of yours and mine, a Minnesotan who's been hanging in Nashville for many years, a guy named Jeff Dayton and his friends. Jeff Dayton and his bass player Gary Lopak and 3 or 4 other folks are coming up to perform on July 31st and August 1st. And we're really excited about getting Jeff because you know the backstory there.
Oh yeah.
Among other things, Jeff and his band were the band for Glenn Campbell for over 15 years, I think.
Well, and you've got to be a damn good guitar player to back up Glenn Campbell because he's one of the finest guitar players ever to perform.
Yeah. And I know Jeff hung out with the KO band and those guys back in the day too. So we've got that Kevin Odegaard connection going on. But we're really excited. Jeff is thrilled to be coming up. He actually emailed me 2 years ago asking if we could get him on the schedule, and we've done it. He's very excited. He's just gotten back yesterday from a European tour. So we're excited to bring Jeff to Silver Bay. Then we've got our good friend Eric Koskinen and his band coming up on August 7th and 8th. And Eric is a great Minnesota roots and Americana band, and I know you know him well as well.
We just sat in with him at the Cedar Lounge in Superior. I love that guy.
I saw that. He's a great guy. So we're thrilled to have them back. And then finally, I got a hold of my old friend and connection, Adam Levy, who I know you know from way back.
Oh, yeah, I love Adam.
Yeah, I reached out to try to get the Honey Dogs, but we weren't able to get them in. So we've got Turn, Turn, Turn coming up, which is going to be really exciting. That's, I think, a trio band that Adam's got with two other folks. They've got a Laurel Canyon style country folk pop sound, and we're just really looking forward to getting them up here, and they're looking forward to being here as well.
And Nelson, go ahead.
Yeah, well, no, I was just going to say we're going to close out the season with another good friend of ours, Jeff Arundel, and Danny Murphy and Pat Frederick are coming up with the Scarlet Goodbye to close up our season on August 21st and 22nd.
Beautiful. And how can people track down info and tickets?
Okay, so you get information at RockyWallEntertainment.org. That's RockyWallEntertainment.org, and all the ticketing information for the Friday night shows, which is a $0 ticket cost. But if you sign up and get a free ticket for the Friday night show, you get on our email list. You'll get early notice of shows coming up. And then the Saturday night show tickets are available on that website as well. The Saturday night shows essentially serve as a fundraiser for our organization, and they help support that habit of bringing the bands in for the Friday night shows. So the bands love getting paid for their performance on Friday night, as you know, Paul.
Oh, yes.
And then the bands really like playing music and helping to raise funds to keep this project going up here. And it's really revitalizing our community in more ways than we can talk about here today.
Beautiful. Well, thanks, Nelson. You have a wonderful weekend. Say hi to your lovely wife, Marilyn. Enjoy the sauna. And right now, we're going to switch right over. Let's hear some music, and we will get to know my next guest, the Silver Lining Serenaders. Take it away, kids. Oh man, I love that. I love swing jazz. I love guitar. I love violins, and you're really making my morning. Tell us, okay, I know Ella. She is the daughter of a good friend of mine named Eel Ingebret, one of the first guys I met when I moved up to Tiltown in 2021 via my other friend from Grand Rapids, Booka Michael, and your partner, Scott. I don't know if you guys are hooked up via City Hall, but tell us, start, Ella, when you started to play violin and how did you hook up with Scott? You guys got a great vibe.
Yeah, I started playing in middle school, actually. I went to Lincoln Park Middle School. I went to Lincoln Park Middle School, played violin for a couple of years, but, you know, there were like 20 of us. We were all like sword fighting with the bows and whatnot. And then, I took cello in high school, but I was just fiddling through that. There was, that I didn't necessarily have a teacher. And then I just picked up the violin after that and kind of reinventing the wheel every day since. No, I mean, moving to New Orleans, there's such a great community of musicians.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a lot of really great people to learn from and a really open community for that.
Yeah, and just and a great audience.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And how about you, Scott? And get close to the microphone.
Let's see. I guess I first got into music through, I got an older brother, Finn, who started playing bass, and I wanted to do everything he did. So I started playing his bass. And then, there's the decisive day over at the flea market when I wanted to get a drum set. My parents were like, nope, no drums in the house. So I got a guitar that same day, and it's been...
And how did you two hook up?
The music community in New Orleans is really interconnected. So
yeah,
Scott was playing in a friend's band, and I wanted to be seeing her band because it was new, and I was like, I'm going to go out and support this band, and they're great. And then I was like, ooh, who's that second guitar player? And then now we're engaged. Long story short.
And so, how long has the Silver Lining Serenaders been performing together?
Like 4.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah. We played the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival for the first time this past year.
Well, that's an honor. So, and you guys were at Wusso's Cafe, another great music venue here in Duluth, and you were playing tonight. You're hiking up to the Iron Range.
We are. Yeah, we're going to Gilbert, and we're going to play at the Orr House from 6 to 9, and all 3 of the shows that we're playing in the area, including Wusso's last night. And we're playing as a trio with Veiko Lepisto on bass.
Oh, yeah. Love that guy. What about now? Do you guys have a gig up in Two Harbors coming up?
Yeah, we do. Oh, I just don't want to hog the mic, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Scott. We're playing at the Larsmont Trading Post next Wednesday from 6 to 8.
Cool. Well, you guys are here, and of course we've got the 2 brothers that started Duluth's Best Bread, so we got to hear from them. Let's hear another song. I'm loving what you guys are doing today.
All right. Yeah, thanks for having us.
So, the last song, it was from the mid-20s, the Boodle Lamb Shake.
Yeah, who wrote that?
Oh, I'm forgetting now. You're pop quizzing and failed.
Yeah.
But this next one, I'll have to look up the last one.
Yeah.
But this next one, this was made famous by Ella Fitzgerald with the Ink Spots.
Okay.
It's from the mid-40s. It's called Into Each Life, Some Rain Must Fall. Let's take it.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Into each life, some rain must fall, but too much is falling in mine. Into each heart, some tears must fall, but someday that sun will shine. Some folks can lose the blues in their heart, but when I think of you, another shower starts. Into each life, some rain must fall, but too much is falling in mine.
But too much is falling in mine.
And that sounds so great. You know what? Clarence White, the guitar player for the Kentucky Colonels and then the Byrds, said all talk is lies. Tell people, so I would rather hear a little more music from you, and we'll definitely have you on to talk more next time. But tell people how they can, what's your website, how they can find out more about the beautiful Silver Lining Serenaders.
Thank you. Yeah, the website, I feel like we always sort of joke that our band name is just long enough that nobody can remember it. But our website is thesilverliningserenaders.com. And then we have social media, Instagram and Facebook. So it's at Silver Lining Serenaders for Instagram. And then, the Silver Lining Serenaders on Facebook. And we always post our schedule online in all of those places. And we're going to be headed back because, we toured up here, driving along the way, playing shows between here and New Orleans where we're based. And we're about to turn around and do it all over again. So we're going to be playing in Coon Rapids and Brooklyn Park next weekend, as well as the Northeast Minneapolis Farmers Market. Then we're playing in Rochester, and then we're going to scoot down through Illinois, Tennessee, Georgia, and then back in New Orleans.
Beautiful. Play one more short little number for us, and I so thank you guys for coming in. I'm really loving this music.
Yeah, thanks so much.
All right.
And this is a brand new album release tour as well, so we're happy to be taking that along with us, and that's up on all the streaming platforms if anybody wants to tune in. And we did the recording as a quartet with upright bass and clarinet as well.
Mm-hmm. Which is, usually how we play in New Orleans, but
cool.
We hold down the super duo sometimes.
Well, give us a super duo right now, and thanks so much. I love it.
Yeah, thanks again for having us.
Do you want to treat twos or just one? Okay. All right, just a nice little short one. This is one of the newer ones we do.
Great.
It's from 1950. Okay.
All right.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again.
Perfect way. Thank you so much, Scott and Ella. Say hi to your dad.
Will do.
Of course. And we're going to hear now from some people that keep us on the air, and then we're going to get some big stories about bread and more from Robert and Michael, the founders of Duluth Best Bread.
Rocky Wall Entertainment presents Music in the Park in Silver Bay at City Center Park. These concerts have been rated as one of the best summer events on the North Shore, and it's free. See acts like the Belfast Cowboys, Lolo's Ghost, Jeff Dayton Band, Eric Kiskinen Band, Turn, 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 and the Scarlet Goodbye. Perfect entertainment for the family. Join Rocky Wall Entertainment and Silver Bay for the free Music in the Park series of concerts every Friday starting July 17th at City Center Park next to City Hall. This is an all-weather event. In the case of inclement weather, the concerts will be moved indoors to the Reunion Hall. This is the 6th year of bringing the best of Americana music to the North Country. Arrive early and pick up some dinner and beverages for your own picnic dinner. For more information, visit RockyWallEntertainment.org or see Rocky Wall Entertainment on Facebook.
At Sunrise Funeral Home, Crematory, and Cemetery, we offer membership-level pricing without the membership fees. Just honest service you can feel from the moment you walk through our doors. To us, you are not a number, you are a neighbor. As family-owned and operated, we are committed to fair, transparent pricing and will always work with families to ensure services remain accessible. We're so confident in our pricing, we encourage you to shop other funeral homes and call us last. We also meet or beat any at-need direct cremation price in the Minnesota Twin Ports area. If finances are a concern, ask us about Minnesota burial and cremation assistance. We will help determine if your loved one qualifies and guide you through the entire process with care and compassion. We never turn away a family in need, no matter your financial circumstances. Call Sunrise Funeral Home, Crematory, and Cemetery today and experience the Sunrise difference at 218-727-6869.
I'm Zach, and I had Z LASIK at Weiss Eye Center. I was sick of wearing glasses. I've had glasses since third grade. Dealing with the nuisance of glasses has kind of reached that point of I just need to get LASIK. I was a little nervous, but knowing now what that process all entailed, I wouldn't have been nervous if I knew. Everybody's really nice here. Not a bad thing to say about anybody. Everybody's happy, and everybody here's nice. And I mean, it's day one post-op, and I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Weiss Eye Center is the only clinic to offer blade-free Z LASIK in the Northland. To find out more and to arrange your free consultation, call 218-625-1917 today or visit weisseyecenter.com for more information. Weiss Eye Center. See the best.
Behind every moment, there's a feeling of happiness, of security. Behind every dream, there's a spark.
We got the house.
With every challenge,
just one more step,
there's a safety net. Behind every victory,
yes,
there's a team. Behind every moment, there's Bell Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Twin Ports, Iron Range, and Northwest Wisconsin. This is Stars Over the Prairie with Paul Metsa on KDAL.
There ain't no bread in the bread box, 'cause we ain't got no dough. And it seems like we ain't got enough time to go fooling around no more. You've been working so hard for oh so long. What do you got to show? Open up your eyes, little darling. Let's pack up the things and go. Open up your eyes, little darling. I don't want to live here no more. Open up your eyes, little darling. We've been here for far too long. Open up your eyes, little darling. It's time to move along.
Ain't No Bread in the Bread Box. That version was done by Norton Buffalo and the great Roy Rogers. Why am I playing Ain't No Bread in the Bread Box here on Stars Over the Prairie? It's because I got a couple of real heavy-duty bread guys in the studio with me. Robert and Michael Lillegard are brothers, and they started Duluth's Best Bread a while back. I know quite a bit about their products because every day when I'm leaving the studio, going to my little shack in Lincoln Park, I stop by their one of their outlets at 3rd Avenue and 27th Avenue. Some days I get the depending on, I don't get there till 12:30 or 1, and a lot of times on a nice day, a lot of their stuff is sold out. But I will go with the ham and cheese croissant, which I like quite a bit. I did make I usually put it in for about a little over a minute and warm it up. And then, of course, I love the caramel rolls, although as a diabetic, I shouldn't be eating them. And then when I go down to Minneapolis to visit friends, I pick up a loaf or two of their wonderful cranberry wild rice bread, which they brought me some today. But we're going to hear the whole story today. Robert and Michael, how are you guys?
We're great. Thanks for having us on, Paul.
Now, when did this whole thing start? You guys are one of you studied mathematics, correct?
Yep, that was me.
And that was you. And who was the for the New York Times?
That was me.
Wow. How did you? When did you start doing? Now is that we're talking to Robert, right?
Yep.
So Robert, when did you start doing pieces for the New York Times? That's very impressive.
That was about 2011. And honestly, no one ever told me I couldn't.
Right.
So I didn't realize what I was doing while I was doing it. And then it turns out I had trod this really remarkable path without necessarily being completely aware of that. Wow. I just kept pitching and believing. I believed in myself because I didn't know that you couldn't do that. So I just started pitching, and people started accepting it.
Wow. So where did your knowledge of food come from?
I sort of made it up as I went along.
Okay.
I eat, and then I talk about what I eat, and then I obsess over what I eat. And then sometimes I make comments Michael doesn't like, I don't think this is very good. And he says, hey, wait a second. And then I had to defend myself. So I needed real specific vocabulary to explain exactly what was wrong. It's like walking a minefield a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, just basically having it as a passion and an interest sort of grew, sort of self-studied.
Wow. And so what about you, Michael? When did you go, you know what, I can't, this arithmetic is not really working out for me. I think I'm going to make bread.
Well, we always say it seemed like a good idea at the time to start a bakery, and it's a lot of work, really. So
sure.
When I was in college, we had taken a family vacation to New York City, which my mom grew up near there. My parents met on the East Coast. They'd always told us about how much better the pizza was there than it was here. I had never been there, so I didn't know. I had never experienced it. But my whole life I had heard about how it was better, but not why or how. So I was curious. I ate some. It was better to my taste, and I convinced my dad, who he was born on a ranch in Montana. So he had professional work as an adult. So I talked him into it would be a good father-son project to build a brick oven in our backyard. So that was really the beginning of this. We built a brick oven over the course of about 2 years. And then the way a brick oven works for pizza is you fire it up. It gets really, really hot. All the bricks get really hot. They're very well insulated. You cook the pizza, but then this oven is hot enough to cook anything you want for about 2 or 3 days. So we thought to get the most bang for our buck and the most economy out of the wood we were burning, we would bake pizza day 1. We would do a lot of bread on day 2, and then we would cook like a brisket or a turkey or something on day 3. So I got a lot of practice of cooking 15 to 30 loaves of bread, on a Saturday with my dad as a hobby when I was in college. And then as I went to grad school after college, both at UMD. And at the end of grad school, my advisor asked me what my plans were as a career. I didn't want to go get a PhD, and I said I wanted to teach in college, and he said, you'll be bored. You don't want to do that.
Right.
And so the more I thought about it, the more I thought he probably had me right on that. So that was when my brother and my dad suggested that, hey, maybe you guys should start a bakery. And like I said, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Right.
So we went for it. We started. We sold at a farmer's market in 2014. We had a couple of them that summer. I found a winter-long Wednesday bakery in Superior. He hosted me for winter so I could bake throughout the winter. And then the next summer in 2015, we got our first spot in Lincoln Park.
I told Michael, you should probably bake for someone else for a while to see if you hate it.
That's true.
Right.
Yep. I didn't hate it, it turns out. I like it. It's fun to be able to bake, take raw ingredients, create something that you can't really imagine looking at the raw ingredients. In the case of sourdough, you're taking flour, water, salt, and your wild yeast culture. You're putting it together, you're waiting. You see what time does to the texture of the dough. You see what your finished product is. You see how differences in your procedure or your timing can change the end product. And then you get a product that you really like, and then you can take it to a market and you can sell it to people who also really like it.
Right.
It's very gratifying to see that whole process from beginning to end.
Now, before we get into the Uber pretzel, that when I was doing a little research on your website, had something to do with Friedrich Nietzsche's brother. I don't know if that's just you're pulling one over on us here in the public or not. But I'm sure at some point you got into you're a smart guy. You got into where the hell did bread come from? I mean, it's been thousands and thousands, if not millions of years, right?
Isn't it like the pyramids, like aliens, basically?
Oh, it just showed up one day?
Yeah, it just showed up one day and giant monoliths around the world.
And nobody really knows. Yeah. To some extent, actually, that is true, that the exact origins aren't known.
Easter Island.
Right. there is the history of bread is very long, as you said. Every culture in the past has had some form of it. So where the exact origins came from, I think we're probably set to say it's, exactly as Robert said, where the pyramids come from.
Right. Right.
So, yeah, we can assume it was probably aliens.
Right.
Or whatever. Take your pick.
So, when you got, how many loaves of bread did you bake until you went, oh, okay, I think I'm getting a handle on it now?
Boy, that's a good question.
It wasn't your first one, I know that.
No, it wasn't, and I probably blocked that one out of my mind. I don't remember the first one. I don't remember the first several. The first way... Oh, I do remember. It was over the course of about 2 or 3 years that my neighbor, who really liked the idea of our brick oven, and he loved the idea of pizza, and he was a German, and he had a brick oven built in his yard because he was inspired by ours, and he showed me. I taught him how to make pizza, and then one day he said, "Hey, look at this bread book," and the pizza recipe, or what would you call it, a philosophy, Robert?
Oh, Jeff Aristano's philosophy, yeah.
Yeah. It was more like a philosophy. It was 30.
Sort of a hit piece, too.
Was it 30,000 or 50,000 words?
I always say 40,000.
40,000 word, sometimes diatribe about pizza. And
right.
pizza
has
dough.
Strong emotions about
very,
pizza dough.
Very
but it
strong.
shaped Michael.
We found it very comical. Really,
but also shaping. And foundational.
Yes, absolutely. So he had shown me a less diatribunal, whatever the word is there.
There's an adjective for diatribunal.
Version of a bread recipe. And it really spoke to me. It was about 40 pages about sourdough and what you're trying to accomplish and what the variables are, because it's simple. There's 4 ingredients, and you have time, and you have some amount of technique, and you have a baking environment. So I really like the narrative and the explanation about it, and the fact that you're dealing with few ingredients, and so the technique is really what's going to drive your end result.
What is, I was just reading something a couple of weeks ago about the health benefits of sourdough bread.
Yes.
What exactly is that? What does that mean?
Well, they say, because I'm not a professional in nutrition, right, or agriculture, but from what I've read, is they say that grains, well, we've all eaten seeds, and we can see the amount that our bodies digest them in some cases. Corn is also a grain, you can imagine, but with wheat, the wheat is a grain or a seed of the wheat plant, and the more that it gets broken down, the easier it is for your body to digest some of that.
Okay.
So in the case of regular bread, even if it's just flour, water, salt, and yeast, which is the most basic way to make bread, regular yeast, the yeast is in symbiosis with the bacteria, cultures like in yogurt. So those are generally good for your body. And yeast, commercial yeast, will just rise your bread. It'll make it proof. It'll make it fluffy. But the bacteria that lives with it is very small, and it doesn't have a lot of time to work. And so you're going to get like your base result, and you're just trying to digest the ingredients you put in there. Whereas in sourdough, the process takes 4 times longer or even longer than that, than the process for a standard commercial yeast dough. So that gives the flour time to break down more. There's different enzymes. There's different cultures that pair with those different yeasts. So that processing of the flour converts some of it into sugars, and they're just different. It's easier for your body to digest. And so a lot of people have reported that is better for their digestion. They feel better. They feel less bloated. Those are some of the things we hear. Some people say they've been sensitive to wheat or to gluten, and they've reported that sourdough is something that both their physician and anecdotally themselves, they've been able to tolerate that with no issue.
Great. Now, so 2015, you open up in my neighborhood over at 27th and 3rd. Where are there? Let's talk a little bit now about how Duluth Best Bread then started to grow. Not only with tell us where your other stores is, but now you're actually selling. You got an online products that you send. How far around? What's the farthest place you've sent a cookie or loaf of bread or a croissant to?
Well, we had a prestigious musician named Paul Metsa come to our shop, and that sort of kick-started our walk to fame. During the pandemic, things kicked into high gear because all the restaurants were shut down, but bakeries were considered an essential service.
Right.
So people came to us sort of as an alternative. Like, we had an outdoor window that was COVID safe, and you could stand in line. And we really enjoyed just serving the community during that time, which was a tense time for people. But it was really joyous just to see the lines, because we frankly thought we were really good the whole time, but then people didn't notice us. We were in a dumpy storefront around the corner. So finally, every other option was closed, and people were forced to discover that, oh yeah, you guys are really good at baking cinnamon rolls and croissants and stuff. And so we were able to spin that into a second location where Blacklist Brewing used to be. Funny story.
Yeah,
it's in the old Last Place on Earth building.
Really?
Yeah.
Right down the street.
Right down the street. We've considered, making the last pastry on Earth. We haven't found any drugs or guns in the walls yet, but never say never.
No cash either.
No cash of cash. That would have been really helpful. But that was really helpful towards exposing us maybe to a broader market. We're now in Duluth, bustling downtown, and we started a store in Superior. And if Cody's listening, this might embarrass him, but it was kind of on the strength of the landlord and the city of Superior. They both kind of sold us. They're very friendly over there. I
love Souptown.
Yeah, Souptown's a great place.
You know what?
Souptown, Tiltown.
Yeah,
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Tiltown.
Well, there you go. Feel free to use it in your marketing. But when I had an uncle who lived in Superior and a cousin, so we'd go over from the Iron Range, where I grew up in Virginia. And grew up, and it was always, kind of a hard, scrabble town, which I loved about it. Very, working class, very industrial, port town in a way too. But it's really amazing. I was just talking. Went to have a burger at the Anchor with my buddy Eddie Gleason from Carmody's a few weeks ago. And you drive down Tower Avenue, the main drag in Superior. There are no empty storefronts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really nice, and the trees lining that road as well.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful neighborhood.
And you've got a lot of clubs having live music over there, and it's nice to see the renaissance that you guys are a part of and probably helping move forward as well.
We didn't realize the role we played in the community until it was too late to back out. Like, oh man, this really sucks. We're not making any money. This is stupid. Because we've inspired a ton of people. People are starting businesses on the strength of, well, if you could do it, I can try a business.
Right.
Sheesh. Okay, so all right. Well, for the sake of everybody who follows us, I guess we'll just keep going forward.
Now I know the old line. I forget what tasty bread or whatever. We something to the effect of we're working while you sleep, which is true. So when you guys started out, what was a day like for you? Because you're making the bread, but you're also selling the bread. So that doesn't sound like a 4-hour day to me.
Nope. Robert had it a lot easier than I did.
I had it way easier. I was a bad older brother.
You want to give us your schedule first?
I didn't think I wanted to go on air on record with this anywhere. I had another job. I was still writing and marketing, so I would just harangue Michael every once in a while, like, hey, why isn't the bakery doing better? Well, he did everything.
Oh, that was really hard to take, too.
That was really bad for our relationship as brothers, and I've repented.
Yeah, and I've forgiven. So we moved on from that. My role from the beginning was to do all of the baking, and Robert's role was not to do the baking. So that's probably better for the whole population.
Right,
that Robert's not actually baking. For me, it was the hours that I didn't work were from like 4 p.m. to like 9, basically. And then there's some rest time and whatever. You're not on your feet the entire time, but I would go in in the evening, and I would pull things out, let them proof, take a nap in the back room, wake up again, check on things, wake up at a timer, start baking things, be done baking things at 7-ish. go out, deliver things, package things, bring them
I'm
to the
getting tired
market.
just listening to that.
It was
brutal.
Yeah, it was brutal. I've blocked out most of those memories as well. I sort of remember it a little bit. It was a hard time for quite a long time.
We've got Robert and Michael Lillegard from Duluth's Best Bread. We're going to have them on for the whole show. But right now, Tyler, let's hear from some of the kind people and businesses that keep Stars Over the Prairie on the air.
Behind every moment, there's a feeling of happiness, of security. Behind every dream, there's a spark.
We got the house.
With every challenge,
just one more step,
there's a safety net. Behind every victory,
yes,
there's a team. Behind every moment, there's Bell Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're invited to the Great Lakes Candy Kitchen, open for another season for all your candy pleasure. They're located on Scenic Highway 61, 10 miles north of Duluth in Knife River. They're third and fourth generation candy makers using traditional copper kettles to make their caramels, fudge brittles, and chocolate-dipped hot air. When you visit Great Lakes Candy Kitchen, be sure and try their famous Nutty Ice Cream Bar. Tell them you heard it on Stars Over the Prairie. Great Lakes Candy Kitchen, located just 10 miles north of Duluth in Knife River.
I'm Joe, and I had Z LASIK at Weiss Eye Center. The funny thing is I absolutely hated buying a contact solution because I thought it was such a racket having to spend $15 on a bottle of contact solution. And that's just one thing, is just not having to buy that stuff anymore, or glasses or anything like that. For me, it's mainly just I like to hunt and fish and everything, and not having to bring that stuff along, especially in the winter when I go ice fishing and stuff. It gets a pain when I get to the end of the day taking my contacts out, and then if a rattle reel goes off in the middle of the night, I'm fumbling for my glasses to go and try and catch a fish.
Weiss Eye Center is the only clinic to offer blade-free Z LASIK in the Northland. To find out more and to arrange your free consultation, call 218-625-1917 today or visit weisseyecenter.com for more information. Weiss Eye Center. See the best.
At Sunrise Funeral Home, Crematory, and Cemetery, we offer membership-level pricing without the membership fees. Just honest service you can feel from the moment you walk through our doors. To us, you are not a number, you're our neighbor. As family-owned and operated, we are committed to fair, transparent pricing and will always work with families to ensure services remain accessible. We're so confident in our pricing, we encourage you to shop other funeral homes and call us last. We also meet or beat any at-need direct cremation price in the Minnesota Twin Ports area. If finances are a concern, ask us about Minnesota burial and cremation assistance. We will help determine if your loved one qualifies and guide you through the entire process with care and compassion. We never turn away a family in need, no matter your financial circumstances. Call Sunrise Funeral Home, Crematory, and Cemetery today and experience the Sunrise difference at 218-727-6869.
Rocky Wall Entertainment presents Music in the Park in Silver Bay at City Center Park. These concerts have been rated as one of the best summer events on the North Shore, and it's free. See acts like the Belfast Cowboys, Lolo's Ghost, Jeff Dayton Band, Eric Kiskinen Band, Turn, 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 and the Scarlet Goodbye. Perfect entertainment for the family. Join Rocky Wall Entertainment and Silver Bay for the free Music in the Park series of concerts every Friday starting July 17th at City Center Park next to City Hall. This is an all-weather event. In the case of inclement weather, the concerts will be moved indoors to the Reunion Hall. This is the 6th year of bringing the best of Americana music to the North Country. Arrive early and pick up some dinner and beverages for your own picnic dinner. For more information, visit RockyWallEntertainment.org or see Rocky Wall Entertainment on Facebook.
It's Stars Over the Prairie with Paul Metsa on Northland News Radio KDAL.
Welcome back to Stars Over the Prairie. This is your host, Paul Metsa. I'm having a most delightful conversation with Robert and Mike Lillegard from Duluth's Best Bread. How many loaves of bread do you guys put out in a week for all your different locations and what you're selling online?
Boy,
I did the math on I used an AI to calculate how many we've ever made, and it's about 250,000 loaves.
Wow.
50,000.
That is what you've got to. I mean,
you could kill a man by dropping that on his head. You could kill many people by dropping that on their heads.
That's true.
Now, how many people do you employ between Duluth and Superior?
About 25.
Wow. So it's a busy. You got to be ordering. You got to be making. You got to be selling.
When we've done an analysis, I think we pay more than any independent bakery in the area.
Wow.
Which I'm really pleased with. We want somebody who's able to buy a home from working for us, and not a manager, just a regular line worker. And yeah, we want to create good jobs for people too.
That's beautiful. Now, if people want to look for employment opportunities or look for a location to buy your product or to order something online, what is the website?
DuluthBestBread.com.
Duluth, now is that with an S or just Duluth Best
With
Bread?
an S. And that's actually a really good point you brought that up. That's the most common mistake people make looking us up.
Duluth Best Bread.
Best Bread, yeah.
And as we're sitting here in the studio, 238 somersaults down the hill from Bob Dylan's childhood home, right behind Robert's head, I can see on the building their logo for Duluth Best Bread and one of their locations right on Superior Street. Now, I got to ask you, I've got a brother, a little closer in age than you two. You guys always get along? Or who mediates when you don't?
Our dad.
That's true. Yeah.
Really?
Still, yep. 7 years old, still mediating disputes. But yeah, we always get on now pretty much. We didn't from like 2021 to 2023, maybe 2019 to 2022, something like that.
Some of that's just growing up. Robert was a little older. He's 5 years older than me. So I was going from, I was 24 when we started, so since I've gotten married, I have 3 kids. So and gotten a job, which was the bakery. So there was just, some of that was just differences in me growing up. And I think I froze at age 18 in Robert's mind.
Right. Right.
So I feel like that was really probably the bigger part of misunderstandings that kind of made things a little harder personally.
Right. Now, Robert, do you get a family?
Yeah, I have a wife and 3 daughters.
Wow.
4, 9, and 11. 11 going on 35.
Well, that's lovely when you can take something you really love to do, a product that really you created out of whole cloth in terms of the business, not the bread, or in case the bread too, and both have functional and fun families. So good for you guys.
Well, when my daughters were like 6 and 8, they used to play bakery. And you remember the first Lincoln Park location.
Yeah.
And they just imitate what they saw.
Right.
So one of the little girls would go over to the other little girls and be like, "Hello, I'd like an almond croissant, please." And the other little girl would say, "I'm sorry, we're sold out of almond croissants today." I was like, "Wow, girls. All right, okay, maybe we should make more stuff."
I love the hippie there. I haven't seen him now in a while. He was a kind of a tall guy. He has his own podcast. Very nice. Everybody that works that location is really sweet. I love going there, except when the weather's nice, man. I don't get my favorites are usually sold out, which is a good thing. So now with your ordering, where do you find selling? Like you've got your taster box and other things, but how far away have you sent some of these? I suppose people call them up for, friends want to get friends out of state or wherever the gift. So how far away have you sent them to?
We'll make deals with people, but it's pretty hard to get it. Now that we're so busy with all the employees and trying to do right by everybody, not run out of things, etc. It is putsy to order we're not mailing all the way up to you got to buy like $200 of stuff and pay shipping.
Yeah, right.
Just to get us to mail it to you. So I don't like to say no to people, but getting it shipped is really, you should just come at that point. But we do Log Cabin Pizza out in McGregor carries our stuff.
Okay.
And Raven's Breath Brewing, I think down in the South Range. I jokingly told my daughters, this is the end of the dominion of Duluth's Best Bread. Thus far does our territory stretch and no farther.
Well, that's cool. Well, we're happy to have you in town. Robert and Mike Lillegard, go check out their great breads and different snacks. They've got a location in Lincoln Park, right in downtown Duluth, and one in Superior. Thanks so much for coming. And I'm going to have to take the treats you brought and enjoy them with some coffee when I get home. Thanks for listening to Stars Over the Prairie. I'm at Carmody's Irish Pub tonight from 6 to 8, and tomorrow night up in Grand Rapids playing for a beautiful show for the Indivisible all afternoon. Just track that down. And remember, like my dad used to tell me, be kind and make someone happy. Thanks for listening.
And I wish I could see stars over the prairie, stars over the prairie tonight.